Well, it's just days before the caucuses here in Iowa, and as you can see behind me, it is an absolute winter wonderland blizzard. But for some voters, this isn't their first caucus in the cold, and it won't be their last. Well, for some students, it's resources like these that play a key role in getting them out to the polls this primary season. With snowy conditions and voting locations across the city, safe and reliable transportation means everything. We're here in Copley Square in Boston at the 2022 Winter Walk. Well, as you can see behind us, protesters have flocked to the corner of Boylston and Tremont, right outside of President Biden's final campaign stop in Boston. Tonight at Hibernian Hall in Roxbury, acting Mayor Kim Janey gave her farewell address. We're here at the National Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C. Families and friends from all over have come to take in the beautiful blossoms. Music, love, community. That's what it's all about here at the Mad Love Music Festival. We're here at Fenway Park as fans mourn the loss of former Red Sox pitcher Tim Wakefield. Despite frightful chills and cursed rainfall, the magic of Salem remains in full swing. For Massachusetts and for the country, AP and the Times have both called the election in favor of Healy, making her the first elected lesbian governor in the country and the first elected female governor in Massachusetts. Welcome to this WEBN J Channel update. I'm Payton Cavanaugh.
You know, Molly, I really loved hearing everybody's stories, covering these events, but most importantly, I loved spending time with other EBN members and getting to know new people.
Donald Trump was swiftly declared the winner of the caucuses. This result was announced before many Iowans had finished caucusing. I went to the Trump watch party at the Iowa Event Center. Here's that story. And looking at the rest of the week, it's New England weather at its best, all over the place. You know she loves the player, and we love the game. 12-time Grammy Award-winning artist Taylor Swift attended the Kansas City Chiefs game against the Chicago Bears upon invite from Travis Kelce.
They're suffering, and it's just, I wish I could give everything. I'd go without to help them.
It's been just over 2 weeks since the unhoused encampment on the intersection of Melnia Cass Boulevard and Massachusetts Avenue, known as Mass and Cass, was swept. Melissa is one of the few who are lucky enough to currently have shelter, though her friends and even her husband have not been so lucky.
The other night, a friend of ours, I seen him going in the garbage. So I gave him our food. I don't care if I went hungry, but I can't let them go hungry.
The sweep of the encampment was passed by Mayor Michelle Wu in an attempt to address public safety concerns. Along with the City Council-approved sweep, it was required that the city notify residents about transportation to shelters, remove restrictions on belongings stored by the city, and change the penalty for those who refuse to move from a fine to a verbal warning. Those removed from the encampment were also to be placed in shelters. However, with the decreasing availability of beds, this was not the case. City Councilor Ricardo Arroyo voted against the sweep, saying, quote, "We often talk about Mass and Cass and tents and people experiencing addiction and homelessness as problems to be solved rather than people who deserve care." Melissa spoke to the lack of resources now that the encampment has been swept and the engagement center has been closed.
Unlike before, where they had the people from the engagement center, they were right there, you know? If somebody needed help, and if it wasn't right there on that street, if it was on the next street, they were there, you know? They saved a lot of people's lives. I honestly think that they didn't even look at that.
With decreasing access to information and resources and an increase in police presence and encampment removals, people are struggling.
There's people out here that, homeless people, addicts and non-addicts that are homeless, they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go eat.
Melissa spoke to the importance of having outreach workers there on the street to help prevent overdoses, ultimately, to help prevent preventable deaths.
I've had family, I've had best friends, I've had an ex who has passed away from overdoses because there was nobody there to help, you know? And it's not just somebody in the street. It's not just an addict or a bum or whatever. We're humans, we have families, we got friends, you know, that love us and care about us.
While as temperatures drop and shelters continue to remain at peak capacity, unhoused residents continue to sleep on the streets. The city has announced a number of warming shelters for the cold months to come. For WEBJ News from Massachusetts Avenue, I'm Payton Cavanaugh.
Even though it rains, Salem still happens. We don't shut it down.
Despite frightful chills and cursed rainfall, the magic of Salem remains in full swing.
Beloved by tourists and locals alike, Salem Jack, among other performers, came out to the streets of Salem for the cold and rainy weekend.
As far as the bad weather goes and the rain, the people still come. They're still here. They're just shopping and running from store to store.
And Salem Jack's not wrong. Businesses are still doing exceptionally well for the season, despite what some may see as dreary weather. Rob Fitz, owner of the Magic Parlor, saw a huge turnout amidst pouring rain.
Oh, we do great anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it could be a monsoon out there, and we'll still do good because people are here to do Halloween and to have fun.
Salem local Chris can attest to the magic of the city.
You kind of want it to be overcast in a spooky town, you know? You want that drizzle, the cloudiness, whatever.
It was almost like the cold weather came just in time to welcome a creeptastic weekend.
I love the gloom. Gloom for me works perfectly. I cannot stand sunlight. But regardless, with rain yesterday, we were filled with people everywhere.
From medieval monsters to folklore favorites, from goblins to ghouls, even witches braved the weather.
We were here with the rain. We were here with the rain.
Nothing could stop the Sanderson sisters from celebrating.
And I noticed no one cared that it was raining yesterday. They were still out and about, running amok, letting our sisters. Come on. Let her have a moment.
Kids like Cooper, Caden, and Eloise enjoyed their weekend regardless.
It's good. It's kind of creepy with all the people that are dressed up with like masks.
As for the tail end of the weekend, things were looking up.
Today we were blessed with a beautiful, magical Sunday.
We even got to speak with Frankenstein's monster, who seemed thrilled.
And how are you feeling about the turnout this weekend of people despite the bad weather? Well, for more spooky adventures, this city is open rain or shine. From Salem, Massachusetts, for WEBJ News, I'm Payton Cavanaugh.
I really think that music is powerful in terms of how kids grow up. Whether you're listening to it or playing it, I think it's really important to have in your life.
Music, love, community. That's what it's all about here at the Mad Love Music Festival.
The festival, in honor of beloved community member Dave Jodka, occurs every fall at the South Shore Conservatory in Hingham, Massachusetts. Jodka spent his life playing and writing music, and the festival raises money for students to explore that same passion. Brian Scully has been playing the festival with his band, Dalton and the Sheriffs, for years.
And what I love about Mad Love is that they're teaching kids how to be in a band and then giving them a place to play. And I think that's as important as anything else.
Entering its 9th year, the festival has funded 3 student bands, from coaching to songwriting to gigging. David's wife and founder of Mad Love, Kathleen Jodka, said the festival was originally a thank you to their community for their support through a very tough time. It then became so much more.
It just was this extra kind of energy and extra kind of palpable sort of feeling. And so we decided to fund a scholarship for future rockers.
Beyond the scholarship, the festival became a place to highlight local musicians, this year bringing bands like Coral Moons to the stage.
The founders of this festival really love bringing original music to the greater Massachusetts, and it's just really important for them to create a good, loving community.
The Mad Love feeling just keeps people coming back every year. For Megan DiNaprio, not even anticipated labor could keep her from performing.
I'm now ready to have a baby. I was hoping that the set was going to make me go into labor, but so far it hasn't happened.
Chase Stebbins of The Only Known performed with DiNaprio. With it being their 2nd year at Mad Love, it's clear they hope to come back.
Like coming back and seeing people that we saw last year and like all the other bands that we know that are here, it kind of creates this like really great loving environment, and that's Mad Love when I think about it.
And with over 50 kids volunteering this year, the festival could not go on without the help of their teen committee, or without the love of music from local students.
I thought it was a great concert. It's a beautiful day for this.
Will Nunix performed in the current student band that Mad Love funds. Nunix truly appreciates the opportunity he has been awarded because of Mad Love.
Feels pretty honorable. Yeah, I just thought it was really fun.
To Andrew Jodka, son of Kathleen and David Jodka, the festival serves as a reminder and a celebration of his dad's love of music and community.
Mad Love's important to me because it's just something where everyone can come together and just have fun in memory of my dad and listen to music and do everything he used to love to do.
when there's no words, music speaks. And I think that that's so true. And I think that music really brings people together.
From the South Shore Conservatory, for WEBN, I'm Payton Cavanaugh.